The hit he took from Deion Jones, yeah. You remember that NFC Championship game, Crumpler took a huge hit from Brian Dawkins as well. So Vick took a huge hit 2 years before in 2002, and in 2004, Crumpler took a huge hit.
So Vick takes the hit, and then he gets called back for holding on Travis Claridge. But then we play him 2 years later. Warwick Dunn scores to tie it. That was the wild. We got video of like 11 Alive was there. Place went. It's like being there live. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But neither one of those teams were get over the hump teams, really. You know, they were good teams, but we were playing on the road. It was cold.
Yes.
We weren't, we didn't have, like, the Matt Ryan years, you look personnel-wise and you go, like, we got more personnel.
Yeah.
And we're playing inside.
Yeah.
And whether it was, you got Julio and Roddy, and you got Matt. And then you got, what was it when we won the week before the Philly is when we ran for 350 yards. T.J. Duckett and Warwick Dunn.
Yeah, well, against St. Louis.
Remember we ran for 350 yards in that game?
I think it was like either the first or second play of the game. Vick took off and ran for like 50-some yards himself.
It was the Rams. It was at home, right?
Yeah.
Would you say the Michael Vick Saturday night return after injury against Carolina is one of the best scenes ever in the Georgia Dome?
100%. It 100%.
Mike Bell was talking about, he said Vick came out, he was standing.
Yes.
He said,
dude, there was nothing. I'm sorry. What sucks about doing sports in Atlanta sometimes is we're just not on the radar, especially now with NBA and NFL. Like, we're not on the radar. I mean, I like what the Hawks are doing. Reese Shea's nice, Dyson, all that. But nobody's talking. Falcons, forget about it, 7 years out of the place. Back then, Mike Vick was the biggest thing in professional sports.
Everybody was trying to call you guys and wanting to scoop.
And Atlanta, you did not miss a Michael Vick start. I try to explain, like, there was no way. I got a press pass. I've had it for years. Listen, you get spoiled. You don't have to go to every game. Mike Vick, you do not miss a game.
Yeah, not at all.
And it was we just want to be relevant.
100%.
Right?
I think that's why Vick is still loved by so many people for that reason alone. Because it gave the city and it gave a team a certain relevance.
I mean, think about it.
Felt like we've
been here 60 years. We never won a Super Bowl. One of the losingest records us and the Saints had, but then they got the monkey off their back. Yep. Barkowski was nice. William Andrews was nice. Matt Ryan. Michael Vick was the biggest. You could argue he was Michael Jordan. He was the biggest star.
He was the Michael Jordan of
for 3 or 4. Problem is 3 or 4 years, right? Not 15 years.
Yeah, it was real quick.
Try to explain to people, why is Atlanta still so loyal to Michael Vick? He's after he went away to prison or whatever. And I said, dude, I want you to think about Tom Brady, like Rochon in New England, and think that you wouldn't have fans who didn't give a shit what the Chargers were. They just love Tom Brady. They love Michael Vick. There's certain stars that resonate the city. Yeah. Michael Vick was the ATL. Yeah. Right?
I agree.
He 100% was.
We had a good run with Dion and Glanville and, Too Legit to Quit and all that.
Don't get me wrong. Deion Sanders was super, super, super exciting. I
see we thinking the same. We both going back for food.
I'm hungry, dude.
Yeah, nah.
But that wasn't like Michael Vick era. The Michael Vick era.
Michael Vick was great, but I ain't gonna lie though, Deion was great too. Deion was
only
great.
Here. How many years was Deion here? 4?
5.
Is that how many?
5 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, the difference was Vick had the ball in his hand every time.
You're a quarterback.
Yeah. I think if Deion would have had
Deion, when you're shutting down half the field, let's be honest, you're waiting for a punt return.
Yeah. No, I used to be
or somebody
so
dumb enough
excited to see him run a kickoff or a punt return. Like, I live for that.
But it's still one of the great videos of Deion dropping the ball and then picking it up and then like.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. So do you remember, did you see that live? Where were you at that time? Were you up north?
Which one? Deion, I was up north. I wasn't.
Were you at college?
What year was it?
Where were you doing that time? That was in the 80s.
Graduating college.
Yeah, okay.
80, I was in New Orleans at Tulane. Yep. But, again, nationally, the Falcons were on the map, right?
No, not in 88. So listen.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't see that, Trey.
Yeah, I know, because they didn't have.
It was blacked out. So how I saw that, I listened to it on the radio. how I saw that, I had to wait till the Channel 5 news come on to see what happened, but I heard it.
Because we were blacked out.
It's blacked out. Oh, you know how I saw it? I saw it on NFL Today, like during the halftime. They said, "Didn't check out Deion." I saw it on the game they had telecast.
Okay.
And they showed the highlight, and I was like, wow. And I was so mad that we couldn't watch the game.
Are we close to having that kind of mojo with anybody in town right now?
I think so.
You gonna say Michael Penix?
Yes.
I think
so.
Say.
I think. Well, you know what? If they can just give him the right pieces, they can have it with Trae Young. Like 2021, the excitement.
What do you mean right pieces? He's got Bijan.
Not to my Penix. I'm talking about Trae. I said Trae could be that as well if they give Trae the right pieces.
But you're still point guard. It's hard to be this. I know it's happened with Steph.
We need a big guy. We need an NBA All-Star big guy.
Like a 5, like a center.
5'4".
I think so. I think.
Well, we're on the air right now. Our rookie had 38 last night.
Yeah, he did.
Here's the best news, right? When you're picking number 1 in a year where there wasn't a consensus number 1,
and he's the